Cooper Flagg and Bronny James going head to head. It was actually pretty cool. I don't want to do like a total, blow it out of proportion like it was some showdown. It was not. But Cooper Flagg was handling the ball a ton last night, and that led to a lot of matchups one-on-one with Bronny James. And Bronny James actually played some really good defense, but, they weren't like locked on each other for most or for the majority of the game. But Cooper Flagg did play 32 minutes. He was 5 of 21 shooting, so that's not very good, right? 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals. Just so you know that he has perspective. After the game, he said, one of the worst games of my life. He was 0 for 6 in the second half. But he played with the ball in his hands a ton. And this is not me talking, right? Bobby Marks said this earlier this morning, former GM of the Nets, now ESPN, or assistant GM with the Nets. He was actually at the Nets when I was calling D-League games for the Springfield Armour. Great guy, Bobby Marks. But he talked about how he makes winning plays, and there was a sequence towards the end of the game where the game was on the line, and Cooper Flagg helped a defender, came over and blocked a shot. Then he grabbed the ball, took it down the floor, very smooth in transition at 6'9", maybe 6'10", 205 pounds, and he dropped it off to Ryan Nimhart, the kid from Gonzaga, who wasn't drafted, and Nimhart hit probably what was like a game-winning shot because the Lakers came down the other end and they couldn't finish, and the Mavs won. But Jason Kidd has been calling him a young Grant Hill. There's just I think part of the excitement around Cooper Flagg too is like, he just wants it really bad. And I'm not saying other players don't want it, but it's just very clear that when you read about him after a performance like last night, where when you look at the box score, it's like, 5 of 21. Come on, like this isn't that great. Like Scotty, who hadn't watched the game, but I think just read the box score, was like, hey, what's the big deal about what Cooper Flagg did? But watching the game, he definitely like took over at times. And then again, back to the point where people who know way more than me about this stuff, like personnel guys, what's his name? His name is escaping me. The guy who writes for the Dallas Morning News, Tim McMahon, who used to write for the Dallas Morning News, was just talking about how he contributed in such a way last night outside of the box score, right? I talked about Bobby Marks, talking about him making winning plays. A lot to be excited about. And there's one other basketball thing as we're getting way over in this first segment here. So we'll take a break after this. But the Mavs are going to have a lot of opportunities size-wise in their front court to take advantage of some teams. I mean, you're going to have 3 guys over 7 foot or over 6, like around 6'10" and over next year. And I think that there's just a lot of excitement around the Mavs and what they could do next year. And I don't think they're done adding pieces. I think that, 1 or 2 more things could happen this offseason. And I don't know, man. It's just sports is the best, right? We just talked about Baylor and their amazing recruiting. 6-7 months after Dave Aranda was like literally going to get fired tomorrow, and now here are the Mavs, who they were basically ready to, and some people still are ready to, like overthrow the organization at American Airlines Arena. That was like 3-4 months ago, and now here we are, right?